Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello. How's everyone doing? So, no one will not believe what happened earlier. I don't know how this even happened. I think like it just got knocked over some way, somehow. And I have like this whole bin of cards, oracle cards, tarot, all of that. And like my whole entire basket of like probably 10 or more different decks just flew on the floor, got all mixed up. Some's probably under the couch still. I have no idea. So I decided to do this live stream, and then I was like, oh crap, and now I've got to organize everything that I have here. So bear with me while I try to put together one tarot deck. But yeah, we'll get started with some free reads here in just a second. Doing good. Oh, Sarifa, hello. You sent a donation. Thank you, girl. Yeah, we're doing good. This full moon brings some interesting energy, right? So today, actually this month, we have 2 full moons, which is very rare. We also have Lionsgate as well, which we all know is a highly powerful portal. So it's a very high energy month. The sturgeon moon indicates the beginning of harvest season. So essentially all of our hard work that we've been planning and we've been thinking, and likely over the summer, we've been getting a lot of inspiration of what we should be doing next. Things like that. If you were putting effort into those new ideas and new plans, you're going to start to see, ideally, that these things are starting to pay off for you. So it's a lot like when you plant seeds in the spring, things start sprouting, but they say that harvest season is in the fall. It's where you are reaping all the rewards just before winter, just so that you have enough to get you through. So we are slowly, energetically transitioning to fall mentalities. You will probably see a lot of stuff in stores, a lot of scary movies, anything that you traditionally relate to being associated with fall. You'll probably see a lot of that stuff as well. Again, don't mind me. I'm just trying to organize my cards a little bit. I have some questions here that I'm saving. Happy super moon. So yes, anything you guys are wanting to release to allow for new energy to come in, today is a great day to do it. Today is an awesome day to write down your manifestations, to pay attention to your thoughts, that we're not thinking really negatively, we're thinking really like basically good thoughts, because we don't want to accidentally manifest something not good. Today is a great day to declutter, to purge, because the full moon is all about release as well, right? We are letting go. For those of you who are just now joining us, we're about to get started with some free reads, but unfortunately, my whole entire container full of cards just fell out and out of the basket and all over the place. So all my cards are disorganized, all my decks. So I'm trying to put them together right now. Let's see here. Count and make sure that all these decks are correct. Thank you guys for your questions. Do you all have any plans for the full moon? Do you have any manifestations you're doing? Are you purging? Are you just enjoying the high vibe energy? Or are you like, this is the first time hearing of this? This is the first time hearing of this type of phenomenon. It is a super moon. It's where the biggest part of the moon, or I guess the fullest part of the moon, is also coincidentally closest to us here on Earth. A lot of times people say that if you're in the water, there's a lot of like water events that happen where a lot of fish are coming to the surface. Yeah, things like that, which is kind of cool. All right, don't worry, guys. I'm pretty sure I've got a full deck here. Just another few seconds. Them being Miami, thank you for the donation. We take care of donations just after the free list, okay? What is the moon in, like retrograde? It has brought me so much clarity and a lot of rising to the surface. Let's see. I don't know exactly the placement of the moon. What zodiac is the moon in? We're in Capricorn right now. So that's cool. I believe that to be correct. Let me just confirm it. I want to double check. Wait a second. I might be wrong. Okay. It says today's moon phase for August 1, 2023. Full moon is the lunar phase today, August 1, Tuesday. Seen from Earth, illuminated fraction of the moon's surface is 100%. The 14-day-old moon is in Aquarius. So we must have just come out of Capricorn, I guess. Yes, I feel kind of special during new moon and full moon. I noticed that a lot of people too, it's interesting, like they'll have if you're a woman, that you'll have your cycle begin either on a full moon or a new moon. Mine flips around all the time. I have a 26-day cycle, so mine is usually all over the place. But we are so deeply affected by the moon. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle here now. We can get some questions answered. All right, so first up we have I speak my truth. What does Spirit want me to know at this time? What does Spirit want me to know at this time? What do you want I speak my truth to know at this time? We have the 5 of Swords. So this talks about surrendering to the greater plan, not feeling like you have to control every situation, even though you might feel like you want to have things in check, you want to have things in line. But sometimes we also need to just remember to just allow things to just happen. I find that when I start letting fear into my life is when I start to feel the need to control a lot of things, a lot of aspects of my life. So whether it be money, whether it be love, so if you have a fear of not having enough money, fear of a lack of love in your life, things like that, whatever it may be, you might want to control things more. When you feel like you're in flow and you feel like you have what you need, you're more laid back, you're more chill. So I guess essentially it's just a matter of surrendering and knowing that even if you don't currently experience this thing that you're lacking in your current life. It doesn't mean it's not actually here already. And so we don't want to put out energy into the world of not having enough, right? Not having enough of any particular thing. So I guess that's what I'm getting. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, girl. Um, Five of Swords just indicates like always needing to have the upper hand, right? All right. So next up we have Sag Girl. Surgeon is a Cancer male going to find me. I don't go to his area. I have a yes, Three of Wands. This does talk about moving around, traveling, seeking out something in particular, looking to find something. So I am getting a yes, Sag Girl. You're welcome, my sweet. Thank you for hanging out with us today. What blessings coming towards me in this super moon? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I like that. So Medea, Wheel of Fortune is I ride the waves of life. This is going with the flow. Wheel of Fortune can indicate a windfall of abundance, whether that be in financial abundance. This could be new money coming in, new inspiration that leads you to what you're looking for in life. This could be in love. This could be in your career. This could be in your life calling. But the Wheel of Fortune signifies good luck and good fortune. So whatever you feel you've been wanting, even on a subconscious level, even if it's not something you've been willing to admit, I am feeling like this is a great time to start harnessing the power of these super moons, because we have two back to back to really make what it is you want happen. Take those call to action. Alexandra, will I get a job at Amazon Construction? Alexandra, I am getting a yes. I have the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about work, the King of Wands, and also the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, it's the only card that flew out that's a maybe. What that's telling me is that there may be an aspect to the position that you were not either seeking or prepared for. So, for example, if you were looking to get the job at Amazon and you wanted it to be your full-time career, they might hire you on part-time. Or if you wanted a certain amount of money per hour or a certain salary, you'll start off at a certain amount and there'll be room for raises and improvement. Maybe you sign up for a certain position, but later to find out you get hired and it's more like a hybrid situation. So let's just say you wanted the sales role, you might get hired for customer service and sales. So it talks about here the Two of Pentacles like a balance within this job. However, as a yes or no question, I am getting a yes. Is R playing games with me? Show me a yes or a no. Alex, I am getting a yes, Three of Cups. So whatever it is that they're doing for their own benefit to make themselves happy. MA. Will I manifest my wish in this full moon? I am getting a yes, the High Priestess. My inner knowledge is my best guide in all. Mystery, intuition, inner knowing, self-trust. Is Aziel still in contact with his ex? Please show me a yes or no for Sarifa. I am getting a no, 9 of Swords, Sarifa. All right, guys, Sag girl, be careful out there. Be careful out there, girl. All right, so we are going to start on donations. If you are new to me today, meaning you just subscribed for the first time, never had readings from me before, make sure you let me know to claim your free reading. I am going to just very quickly work on my donation list and I will be right back, okay? I think that Sarifa was the first one. So, Reef, if you want to post, you can. Thank you guys for giving me a second. I decided to go ahead and run to the restroom while I was kind of putting this list together. All right, so first out, So I think that the Ming Miami donated. Let's see. Okay, so Reef is doing. I was wondering how Aziel. Oh, that's right, Azel. I keep wanting to say Aziel for some reason. I feel like him. I don't want to scare him. You did the same. Look, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do sometimes. All right, so can you tell I'm out of breath? I'm like running all around my house like a crazy person. Okay. So I did get a donation to, I think it was from the Ming Miami. She donated separately. Oh wait. Is this 2 individual payments? No, this looks like 1. Oh, I guess because it was her first time donating, it didn't go through right away. Okay. So the Ming Miami, if you are ready now and you're still here hanging out right now, if you can, let me know what we're doing for you. Do you have a question? Do you want a 6-card love spread? Just let me know what the plan is. So Reef says, I was just wondering how Azel is doing. How is our connection looking? Any advice is appreciated. Some days he's in and out. I don't know if I'm being too much, so I wait for him to write to me before I bombard him with messages. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like a fine line, right? Like when you're first starting to talk to somebody, it's like you don't want to message too much. You kind of want to match their energy and feel out the situation. But like my biggest advice is if someone wants to talk to you, they will be consistent and they will talk to you. Now, if they have to work and stuff like that, they might not get back to you until after work. But the difference is that it's every day after work they get back to you. There's that effort being shown that they're taking the time out of their day to get back to you. Even if they're not messaging you all day long, you can still look forward to their messages every day, right? That's the difference. When someone's got in and out of energy, they're not as invested as you are. They're on a different frequency, you know. They're not on the same walkie-talkie channel. And maybe that's just not your person. Like I feel like it's just that fine line, you know, where you want someone to put in that same amount of effort that you are going to put in. So how is Azel doing? How is Azel doing? And Sarifa, are we doing 2 minis or a 10-card reading? How is Azel doing? How is Azel doing and how's their connection? He liked all my stories last night after not hearing from him, but he read my message in the day. I didn't say anything. Then after liking all my stories, he wrote back to me and responded to everything I wrote to him. 10 card. Okay. So the main thing that's coming through is this is a slow boil. So what we mean by that is a watch pot never boils. We can't sit here and focus too hard on something. If you find that your energy is spent paying attention to every little detail, what are they doing? What are they watching? What are they liking? Are they responding? How quickly do they respond? That kind of thing. It's like nothing's ever going to come from this because a watch pot never boils. It means that if you're putting too much energy into waiting for something to happen, it's never going to happen. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you're out doing your own thing, but not to their benefit. That's the difference. You don't want to do things just to have reasons to post, reasons for them to look at your stuff, reasons for them to contact you, because there is an energy signature that underlies there. If you're doing something for the benefit of someone else, or the hopes that they'll see something, or the hopes that they'll respond, there is an energy signature of desperation. So you just have to make sure that you're just living your life, you're just enjoying your time, and that if they're matching your energy, great. If not, no big deal. So as far as like the energy between you guys and how the connection is looking, I do have a slow boil. So what that means is it's happening. It's heating up. Things are happening, but you may not see the actual evidence right away. It's something that's going to take some time to cultivate, but it does mean that we are moving forward positively, which I do like to see. I hear from him every day. It's just sometimes he's just missing, which is why I don't know how to react. But I did keep myself busy. Next thing you know, he messages me. See what I'm saying? Like, that's how it usually goes. It's fucking crazy. True, which I noticed that when I was helping my friend build her bed, and he ended up messaging me. Exactly. So we do have very like nice feelings for one another here. Ace of Cups, I love to see it. This does indicate new partnerships, new romantic relationships. Essentially, this is like the beginning of, like, you know, when you have the butterflies and the excitement and you don't know what to expect, and you know, every time they reach out to you, it's really exciting. That's kind of like that Ace of Cups energy. When we are looking at the mutual connection to see Ace of Cups come out, that feels nice because that does indicate that he is feeling similarly. Let's see. So I think that it's great that you kind of pull your energy back occasionally, because this relationship won't do well if it feels suffocated. Not like you shouldn't lay down expectations. Like, for instance, if you have a specific expectation or boundary that you are like, I will only pursue this connection if, that's great. But essentially, what I mean by kind of taking the pressure off is to not have like overbearing tendencies or not clinging too hard to a certain situation. So there's that. This relationship won't do well if it feels like it's overbearing or it feels like there's too much pressure on this right away. But if your expectation is that so long as he's consistent and so long as he texts you every single day, you will continue to put effort into this relationship, then I think that's a great boundary to set. It doesn't mean that you're asking him to define the relationship immediately or anything like that. So long as you feel that what you're looking for, he's giving to you, that's self-respect, and that's an expectation without feeling overbearing. It's more about confidence than needing control over something, right? He tried to video call me the day before, but I was busy, and so I ended up messaging him back, telling him I was working. Then I was like, fuck it, I'll call him. And sure enough, he immediately answered, and we talked for like 20 minutes. He recommended a spot to eat by me, and then I did the same. He said that when he's in the area, we'll go eat there. Yeah, just let him be and let him respond to me when he does. I never know if I should write to him first and tell him good morning. So Sarifa, here's the thing, and I want everybody who's in here to listen to me when I say this. It does not matter if you text back, if you call, if you message. It does not matter. If the energy is matched, it will be well received. So, for example, if you are interested in someone and they're interested back, the way that they act towards you, you will receive positively, right? So, for example, if you are not interested in someone and they text you all the time, if you're not interested in them, they text you all the time, or they show up to your work and say, hey, I got these for you, you would start to feel uncomfortable because you are not interested in these advances. But if someone you liked was texting you all the time and showed up at your work with flowers, you would say, oh, that's so sweet, because the energy is matched. Do you get what I mean? The energy is matched. You want this person to do these things. But if you weren't interested, you would not want them to do these things. So it's all about being at the same level, matching the energy as the relationship progresses. It doesn't matter if you reach out to them first. It doesn't matter if you call them before you go to bed. It doesn't matter if you say good morning, I hope you have a great day. If he likes you and the energy is matched, he is going to appreciate those messages. He's not going to give a fuck. If you message him 20 times a day, he's going to like it because he likes you and he wants to hear from you. He's not going to notice it the way that if he wasn't interested in you and you message him 20 times a day, he'd be like, red flag, you know? So you really have to think, like, it's not about, and you shouldn't have to, honestly, in a relationship, even a dating relationship, like, you're not like officially boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you're still seeing other people if you want to, or whatever the situation is. Even in the very beginning stages, if someone likes you, they're not going to care. You know, you shouldn't have to sit here and go, oh, well, I messaged him first yesterday, so he should message me first today. Take it from me. Take it from me. I have lived all those different types of connections. It does not matter. When you have found the proper person who is where you are mentally and wanting what you want mentally, you can't scare them off, like, ever. You cannot scare them off. It's the second that your energies aren't matched. It's the second that you're pushing harder for something than they are. Or if you want something that they don't want, or if they're not as interested, that's when those things can start to become an issue, right? So just please, please, please know that in your head. Have the confidence that the person is as interested in you as you are in them. Good, that's what I thought. Exactly. Here's my friend telling me some shit, and I'm like, why the fuck would I listen to these girls that aren't even in the greatest of situations? I'm just nervous because I haven't done this in freaking years. Yeah, so Sarifa, always think to yourself, Azel is matching my energy. Like, this is a mantra. Azel is matching my energy. He wants to hear from me. That's literally a mantra. Say every single time. Now, blow up his phone. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that just for anybody. I wouldn't even blow up my sister's phone, you know? And I know that she loves me unconditionally. It's like just a courtesy thing. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if you messaged him first yesterday, so he needs to message you first today, or vice versa. Now, if that's a boundary or expectation you have set where you want him to be the first to contact you, that should be your decision. But you shouldn't worry about how he is going to perceive things. Why? Because he wants to hear from you. He has matched your energy, right? So if for whatever reason you get to a point where you feel he is pulling back, take that as your sign. But if he wants to communicate with you, if he answers your call, if he talks to you every day, that is a huge sign that he's interested. Doesn't mean that you guys are going to rush into things head first, but it does mean that he wants to hear what you have to say. And sometimes, unfortunately, our past conditioning can affect our future. It can affect our current state of mind because our experience is different. Therefore, we have to rewire our brain chemistry to believe that this person actually wants to communicate with us, because we're not used to that, because we haven't done this in years, or because every relationship we've had, we had to play these stupid games. That is not the case anymore, right? So that's my little 2 cents there. As far as the relationship goes, I have Ace of Cups and Lovers. So I would just trust and say that mantra. Azel wants to hear from me. He's matching my energy. Just say that mantra every time you aren't sure if you should say, hey, good morning, or hope you have a good day. Azel wants to hear from me. He's matching my energy, okay? Do not second guess yourself, because here's the thing. The second that you think to yourself, oh, I really want to reach out to him, I really want to text him, but I shouldn't because I'm playing this game, because I shouldn't, then what are you doing? You are being inauthentic to yourself. Because if you had felt confidence and security within this relationship, you would reach out to him and say good morning without a second thought, right? So you have to exude the type of energy that you would want in the relationship if it was secure. You don't want to betray yourself and then go, oh wait, maybe he doesn't want to hear from me. No, follow your impulses. Do what you normally would do. Don't think that far into it. And he needs to accept you in your most authentic self. And if he doesn't, or it's too much, or he's not ready, then it's not the relationship for you. we put a lot of stock into not wanting to scare someone off, that we then we betray ourselves because we start doing things that are inauthentic to who we naturally are, right? Amy, thank you for the donation. Yeah, if you don't want to play the stupid games, don't play the stupid games. Don't do it. You know who perpetuates the game playing are the people willing to play. If you don't want to play that stupid game and you want to be authentic to yourself and you want to say, hey, good morning, hope you have a fantastic fucking day, then do that, because that's your natural impulse. That's your authentic self coming through. And don't listen to what other people say, especially if they don't have a relationship that you want to replicate. Do not listen to what someone has to say. Do not give them real estate in your decision making. Amy, you will be after Ming, okay? The Ming Miami, if you're in here, please check in with me. I'm gonna message him whenever I see his messages, just like I normally would. Exactly. Hey Liz, welcome in, girl. How are you? I enjoy hearing from him, and if I see his message, I want to be able to respond as soon as I can. Okay, but let's reverse those roles, Sarifa. Let's reverse those roles really quickly before I let you go. Let's just say he's doing the same thing. Let's just say he goes, let's just go, my voice. Let's just assume that he's thinking to himself, oh, well, I don't want to respond too fast either, right? So then what are we doing? We're perpetuating this horrible situation, because then if he goes, well, I don't want to freak her out, so I'm going to wait 20 minutes to respond and then respond. And then what are you doing in those 20 minutes? You're going, oh my God, he's taking forever to get back to me. Like, is he not even really that interested? And like, what if he is really interested, but he's playing that game because he's like, well, she took a long time to get back to me, so I don't want to like just take, just respond to her immediately because I don't want to freak her out. Like, and then you guys are both seriously so interested in each other, but you're so worried about what the other person's gonna think if you don't wait a certain amount of time to respond and all this other stuff. Then that leads to misunderstandings. That makes you guys feel like you're not as into each other as you actually are. No, just be yourself. Just respond when you normally would. And if he likes you, and if he wants to be with you and the feelings are mutual, he will appreciate that, right? Kind of going back to what I said earlier. Right. Like, don't overthink it too much. Just do what you normally would do. And then if for whatever reason he's not reciprocating, then you know that that's not for you. Do not betray your authentic self because you're worried about how he's going to react. He will accept you just the way you are if you are someone he wants to be with, right? And let's not put so much stock either on like this one person in particular. No matter how much you like them, there's always another option out there. So if this doesn't work out, it's okay, move on. But hopefully it works out. Hopefully you guys are just as crazy about each other as you think. And yeah, that's what I've got for you, Reef. So hopefully you enjoyed your reading with me today. As far as the relationship itself, outside of just general advice that I was getting, is that it's progressing. The relationship is progressing. So thumbs up, you're on the right track. So the Ming Miami, thank you for checking in with me. Please let me know what we are doing for you. I noticed that you donated enough to do a 6-card love spread, so we can do that for you. Or if you have a particular question in mind, I can pull 6 cards for you to answer your question. Amy, you're always making some damn good food. That sounds delicious. I'm not authentic with it, all right? I am getting sauce from the international aisle, but usually I'll make chicken curry, and that's so good to me. Liz, thank you for the donation. You'll be after Amy. Liz, there's 2 people ahead of you, okay? So he has interest. Things are going good. Thank goodness. Yes, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the words of comfort. You're welcome. Again, Sariva, walk away from this. He's interested in me. He is matching my energy. He wants to hear from me. He's matching my energy. And on top of all of that, do not take advice from anyone ever if they are not in a relationship that you would want to replicate. Okay? So if someone has a horrible, toxic relationship, do not take love advice from them. If they're not in a relationship, do not take love advice from them. You can talk to these people about what not to do. You can talk to these people about what you don't want. But do not let these people take up real estate in your decision making if they do not have a relationship that you would want to replicate. Do what feels authentic to you. The Ming Miami, 2 yes nos. All right, that sounds great. So what I'm going to ask of you, Ming, is to let me know what your yes no questions are, and we will shuffle for you, okay? I try to cook a lot to help how I feel. Oh, how are you feeling, Amy? Okay, I won't. That's right. Okay, shutting the world out and just go with how my gut feels. Yes, ma'am. All right, the Ming Miami, will I make it home on the 12th of this month? Let's take a look here. Shuffling for you now, Ming. Shuffling for you now. I am so excited to announce that you can now book a private reading with me all on your own. Just go to my calendar, see what dates and times I have available, send over your payment at Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you will receive a confirmation email from me with your official appointment. Looking forward to doing readings for y'all. All right, the Ming Miami, well, she may get home on the 12th of this month. Please show me a yes or a no, Ming Miami. Okay, so I am getting a card here that talks about 2 paths and decisions, deciding to stay or go, or something on the other side, which kind of feels like this is an acknowledgement to your question. I do have the sun in reverse, and it is talking about unrealistic expectations. So I think it's a matter of the timing that you're asking about in regards to, will it happen? That might be unrealistic, or that might be too soon, or that might not be the right timing, something along those lines. The 2 of Wands does say that if it does happen, that it's going to be very sudden. It's going to be kind of like at the drop of a hat. It talks about suddenly leaving. The act of leaving, it says emigration. Is home, the Ming Miami, when you talk about home, is that in a different country? Because it's making me feel like you live somewhere completely different from where you are from or something. Can you make this happen? I feel like you could make this happen. But it's gonna take a lot of effort. So I'm mostly getting a no, probably not, unless you make some changes or some quick decisions. A different location. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna settle with as far as a yes, no, like if you want me to choose one side or the other, I am gonna go with a no. However, I do think that it's possible for it to happen, but it's just a very small chance. I think more likely this is talking about an unrealistic expectation or an unrealistic precedent that we're setting to be home on the 12th. Okay. What is your second question? Been trying to be okay. Definitely going through that swinging emotional pendulum that comes after breakups. Yeah, where you're okay sometimes, and then sometimes you think like really hard about it, and then it makes you really sad. But there's always that undercurrent, right, of like you just always know it's there until it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Oh, Ming, are you pregnant? Will I be having a baby shower in the next 2 months? Oh, did you really? Okay, that sounds good. So 2 minis for you, Amy. Got it. That's fine. I'll do up to 3 questions at a time. So as long as you get your donations to me before your reading or during your reading, we will extend it up to 3 questions. All right. Will the Ming Miami be having a baby shower in 2 months? The Ming Miami, I am getting a yes. Page of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. So Page of Pentacles says good news in earthly matters. I feel like this would be a lot of gifts that you would be receiving. Let's see, a solid beginning. So I feel like after this, you could feel a little bit more secure in your pregnancy, in your journey. Feeling like some goals that you have set for certain items or things like that, you feel a little bit more well off. You feel like you've made some things happen. Let's see. So this does talk about increasing your abundance, maybe even financially. So it puts you a little bit ahead of the game here. I do feel like you have some people during this baby shower who are trying to give you like some motherly advice. They're trying to basically tell you some tips and tricks and things like that that they've learned, and you are very open to this. You are very curious about other people's experiences so that you can kind of cultivate the type of future you want for you and your child. This also would be a time of generosity as well. This would be a very energetic event get together where a lot of people are very happy for you and excited for you as well. There could also be, specifically, I'm hearing like baby games, because the Knight of Wands here talks about competition, doing something for sports, loving a challenge. So there would be a lot of excitement surrounding helping you by playing games and things like that. All right, so next up we have Amy with 2 mini readings. Amy, you can go ahead and get started with your question whenever you're ready. Oh, wait a second, Amy, I'm so sorry. It looks like, really quickly, I just missed it. It looks like the Ming Miami. Did you have any other readings you wanted to get done, the Ming Miami? Because I saw another donation come through. Amy, I have your first question. Thank you. I saw the Ming Miami send another donation. I wasn't sure if it was a tip or if it was for another reading. So I would just like to give Ming just another chance to let me know what else she would like to get done today. Got it. So Ming Miami, go ahead with your second set of 2 questions. Thank you, Amy. I donated for a 2 more yes or no's. Let's take a look here. Oh no, you're totally fine, Liz. You're after Amy, okay? And Amy's next. The Ming Miami. We're just waiting on you, girl. We're waiting for you to post your yes, no questions. I went ahead and threw on the screen where everyone's at as far as donations go, just so that way you guys know what the order is looking like. Hey Liz, just a heads up, I got your donation for the mini, but you said you donated for 2 more yes no's. That hasn't come through yet. Sometimes PayPal takes a minute, but I just wanted to let you know I haven't seen it, okay? Will my husband be coming to pick me up to go home this month? Please show me a yes or a no for Ming Miami. Will husband be coming to pick her up to go home this month? Show me a yes or a no. Ming, interestingly, I am getting a no. I have the 4 of cups and the 5 of cups. So this is disappointing. Missed opportunity, stagnation, feeling like you're in the same place, doing the same thing every day. Maybe feeling bored, frustrated, or depressed. Dreaming and fantasizing about things being different. The 5 of Cups also indicates a sadness or a feeling of loss or regrets. Feeling like there's like unwelcome situations going on right now that you prefer to be different. It could also indicate focusing on negative emotions and feeling lonely or isolated at this time. All right, let's see if your husband would be coming next month. Is that your last question, Ming? You want to know if he'll be coming next month? Will her husband be coming to pick her up next month? Please show me a yes or a no. Will he be coming next month? We have another no, the Hanged Man. Feeling trapped, confined, or stuck. Feeling uncertain and lacking direction. This card indicates a time for a pause. So things aren't really moving too much right now in that department. Ming, please let me know if I answered all your questions sufficiently. I don't know if the chat is a little bit behind or what's going on, but I just want to make sure that we've answered all of your questions. If you guys are interested in a private reading with me, make sure that you book an appointment on Calendly. That information is in my link tree, along with all of my donation information, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Today, I was offering a 20% discount on private readings just to honor the super full moon. If anybody had any readings that they want to get done with me privately, I wanted to offer a more accessible price. But my price options are every single day listed on the Calendly app. Once you make your appointment, you make sure it's set, then you will send me your donation and we will secure your appointment spot through that, and then I will send you a link for your reading. So if you guys are interested in a private reading, it's not so much having to email me and ask me this and that. It's very simple. You literally just schedule your appointment for yourself, and you can schedule up up to 2 months out, up to 60 days out from the date that you're scheduling. Okay. Will I take maternity pictures? Please show me a yes or a no for the Ming Miami. Will she take maternity pictures? We have maybe Wheel of Fortune, Good Luck and Destiny and Chance, Karma, Decisive Moments, Cycles of Life. Oh, that's cute because you're pregnant. Cycles of Life, Gambling, Taking a Chance. So I think that what it comes down to is maybe money, possibly, as to why you wouldn't get maternity pictures done. You might feel like it's important for you to take that money and put it in other areas. But I am getting a maybe, so I do feel like you can make this happen if you want to. The bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords, yes. Eight of Wands, yes. So, yeah, I'm leaning towards a most likely this will happen. If you are new to my channel today, make sure that you let me know so you can claim your free reading with me. Ming, thank you so much for your donations, hon. If you have any other questions, just let me know and we will put you back into the rotation, okay? All right. Amy. Guys, my voice is so bad today. And I've been drinking tea. I don't know why. I thought that was supposed to make your voice better. What has Jacob been feeling and thinking since we've been split up? I'm wondering if we can see more into what he's been thinking about. So I have the Three of Swords, so it does indicate that he's still very um not focused, but it's very heavy on his mind, I guess. This feeling of betrayal, loneliness, and heartbreak. He could be feeling a little bit depressed throughout this separation and sad. But I also feel like he feels like he made the right decision. He just wishes that he didn't have to make this decision. He wishes that things could be different, but he can't. He's saying, I can't change how I feel. Unfortunately, I wish that I could. I am still hurting from what happened. Um, it's not showing like missing or anything like that. The only thing that could indicate maybe missing would be the Three of Swords. But that more so talks about feeling lonely, maybe missing how things used to be. But I still feel like he's very strong in his decision. He is having trouble sleeping. I have insomnia and sleep here. We also have morning. So I feel like he has hard nights and then he wants to sleep during the day. He felt like he was giving honesty. When he communicated with you, he felt like he was speaking honestly. Um, his priority right now is just on an expansive mindset. He's looking more towards what's to come, the future, what could happen. I do have the Wheel of Fortune card here, which says you cannot step in the same river twice. So I do feel like he's in this place of needing to face forward. He's not, as much as he can, I feel like he's trying not to linger in the past. He's trying as hard as he can to face forward and deal with these, things as they come. Is he still grieving? I do feel like he is, but more so in a way that he kind of wishes that things could just have gone back to the beginning. Is that a staring at the blank page before me? Oh my god, what is that song? What is that song? It's that freaking, is it Laguna Beach or the Hills or something? Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. So the words are like, I am unwritten, can't read my mind, I am undefined, I'm just beginning. The pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the word that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it, release your inhibitions. So this kind of talks about like just being in a present moment, but understanding that there's still so much more to life that's uncertain or unwritten or left to be like waiting to be discovered. So I feel like that song right now is kind of like where he's at right now, is he just feels like he only knows what he knows and the future is so up in the air right now. Sometimes I wonder if he misses my touch like I miss his, per se. But at least I know he'd be open to us reconnecting in the future if it happens, never cross again. Yeah, I know that it's a question that you ask quite a bit. But it's hard because he doesn't like to put himself in that state of mind. So it's like, how can you miss someone's touch if you're never thinking about them touching you? Like I think that's what it is for him, is that he's avoiding that topic entirely. Does he miss your touch from before everything happened? Yeah, I think that he does, but that goes along with he just wishes things could just go back to the way that they were. And he may even have used those words when he communicated with you, is I just wish things could go back to the way they were before this. Like, I can't help it how I feel, like I am having a hard time trying to wrap my mind around this or change my perspective. It's just like he can't, and he's having a hard time with that. Let's see. Yeah, so does he still have love for you? Does he still have feelings for you? Yes. They are unresolved because of the dynamic of your relationship right now. There is this residual feelings for you, but with that comes along his I guess, certainty or needing or feeling like he needs to just put this kind of behind him right now. Yeah, unfortunately so. I know, girl, I know. I mean, it's hard. You can go ahead and post your second question. You know, you kind of have to like, it kind of sucks because you have to lie in the bed that you made, you know, kind of hope that maybe at some point things can be different. But I really do think that this was a valuable lesson. Not like don't do that again, but more so experiencing how you feel right now is like you would never want to make someone feel that way. You would never want to feel this way again yourself. And so you probably would think a lot harder in the future, even if it has nothing to do with him, you know, even if it's just a new relationship, that you would never jeopardize the relationship in that way. And so maybe this was just essentially like a learning lesson, you know, so that way, you know, if and when oh my god, my voice, if and when the opportunity arises for you and Jacob again, or you're dating someone new, who's to say you might feel stronger feelings for this new person that comes along, that you would make absolutely sure to consider their feelings every step of the way, you know. Yeah, that is nice. I am glad that I feel like he is doing his best. You know, he's giving to you what he can. And also take into consideration that if he's more talkative one day and then one day he's more closed off, that's okay too. Because, like you said, your feelings kind of ebb and flow. You kind of go through better moments and then worse moments. And things like that, there's no real exact science on how to deal. We still text each other through Snap, not a lot, but we still communicate. So that's good for sure. Liz, are you in here, my friends? Thank you, love. I will read for you in just a minute. We are wrapping up Amy's last question. I want to know who and what is coming for me in my love life. I know obviously right now I'm not looking for someone, but I'd like to know. All right, let's see. Who or what is coming for Amy in her love life? All right, so I'm not getting anyone new right now. I am getting that your energy is pulling for a reunion right now. You're pulling for a reunion for you and Jacob, I guess, or maybe someone else of the past. So essentially, the universe is taking a cue from yourself. So keep in mind, there is his free will factoring here, but you're not ready for something new. You're attracting something from the past. So what that means is that all your eggs right now are in the Jacob basket, is what I'm getting. And so you're telling the universe, I don't want anyone new. I want to reconcile with Jacob. And if his free will allows it, what I want next is for us to get together. So your free will is focusing on Jacob at this time, more so than anyone else. So what the universe is telling me is that is what's going to happen if Jacob says yes. And now this will continue to be your trajectory so long as this is what you want. So we have a lot of words like reunion, fix, so like reconcile, fix the situation, compromise, feeling lonely, inflicting something upon yourself, unsure, and you also have insomnia, missing his touch, being attracted to him. Currently, I have current heart. I have the word current heart. So it's like he's the person who currently holds your heart right now. Now, we always talk about the law of attraction, where we say we attract what we're thinking about, we bring about what we think about. And that is very true for this situation. So unless and until you're able to move on from this, you are only going to ever have a Jacob-shaped hole in your closet ready for him to fill that no one else is going to. With that being said, if the only space you have available is for him, that's the only future trajectory that you have going on. You could change that at any time, but right now it's focused more on him. I definitely see my heart is still stuck in Jacob, but I also know that I want to be open to more things. The thing is, Amy, is that this is a metaphor that I use, and I will answer your question, but this is a metaphor that I use and tell a lot of people. So for example, if your drawers are full and your closets are full, but you want a new wardrobe, how in the world are you going to fit a new wardrobe if your drawers are full and your closet is full? Are you just going to throw your clothes over your bed? No, because that's not sustainable, right? And when I talk about clothes, we're talking about people in your life. So it's not sustainable to have new clothes draped over your bed or on top of your dresser that's cluttered and chaotic, and you still have all this old stuff that you need to purge that you don't really use or wear or look at anymore. In order for you to make room for something new, you have to remove something that you don't need anymore. And so when we're talking about this as a person, it's like once you can purge Jacob and move on to the idea of someone new coming in, only then will you be able to bring someone new into your life. Otherwise, it won't be sustainable. It won't last. You'll still have Jacob on your mind and in your heart. And this new person that comes along probably won't be exactly what you're looking for because you don't have the energy to dedicate to that type of person. No, that's for sure true as far as like you can't pour from empty. That makes a lot of sense, but that also doesn't really apply to this specific situation, because even though you're giving to him and not getting back from him, that's completely separate from what your future is looking like in your love life. You're holding out for Jacob. You want to keep your old clothes in your closet. You don't want new clothes. And until you take those clothes and donate them and allow those clothes to move on to a new person, only then will you have room in your closet for new clothes to come in, i.e. a new person to come into your love life. So you have to be willing to let this Jacob thing go. And unless and until that happens, your future trajectory is always going to be Jacob. Now, with that being said, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because that means that the second that Jacob says, you know what, maybe we could try again, you're available and you say, hell yeah, let's reconcile, right? You have put a lot of effort into this person, and you're saying to the universe that if Jacob uses his free will to choose and decide to be with me again, I will be with him. Then the universe is going, okay, that sounds great. And it can happen a lot quicker and more likely if you hold on to the opportunity for you and Jacob to reconcile. If you have already half moved on, it will make it complicated for you and Jacob to get together. Not impossible, but more complicated, because now you've involved a third person into the equation. And not only that, but it confuses the universe, because the universe is saying, wait, I thought you wanted Jacob, now you're moving on to someone else, so what do you want? And then that's where you have to get very clear about what it is that you want. You will get to a point, Amy, where, and this is kind of the advice, you will get to a point 2 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, that if Jacob hasn't utilized his free will to say, I want to get back together, you will move on. You will say, okay, it's been long enough. I'm ready to get rid of those clothes, let those clothes move on to a new person, and invite someone new into my life, invite some new clothes into my life. You will get to that point, but you're not there yet, and that's okay. And maybe your determination and your perseverance and your belief and faith in your connection is what's going to reunite you. Do not rush your healing process, and do not move on from someone before you're ready, because you're just going to find yourself right back there 2 months from now when you realize you shouldn't have moved on so quickly. So nobody can sit here and tell you, Amy, oh, get over them, just get over them. That's never going to happen. You have to decide for yourself. And so when your friend says you can't pour from an empty cup, she's just saying, do not give more to him than what you're getting back. And that's fine. We should match energy. But that's completely separate from what your future love life is, because your trajectory is still holding out hope for Jacob, and that's perfectly fine. That's completely understandable. You love this person. You did whatever you did, and you are trying to repent, and you're trying to make up for it, and you're trying to show your dedication to this person by still hoping and having faith. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, Bessie said I can't pour from an empty cup. She also meant I need to do some healing. For sure, you do have to give back to yourself. I definitely feel like your friend is incredibly insightful, and I think that she just wants you to, like you said, heal. She wants you to feel better. No friend wants to see one of their close friends go through something like this, where they're, down and out and sad and lonely and all the things that you're feeling. No friend wants to see their friend go through that, so she's a really good person to have in your life. And I definitely feel like it's important that you give back to yourself. Do some self-care. And how am I supposed to love another person, or even Jacob, if I can't love me? 1000%. I think she's a great friend. So I think in the meantime, take your friend's advice, put some self-love back into yourself, because I know for a fact you need it. I sense that basically day one of doing readings for you is that you would definitely benefit from some focusing on yourself and some healing and self-love. But I would never, ever, ever tell you or my best friend or my family member or anyone in my life that they need to rush their healing process, because that's going to just bring them right back to the starting point. That's going to bring them right back to where they started. And what do you have to show for it months down the line if you rush through your healing process? You just prolonged it. You rushed it, and inevitably you did the exact opposite of what you were trying to do. So do not rush through this. Do not try to get over it. Just allow yourself to feel the feelings that you are experiencing as they come through. Acknowledge them, respect them, and move on, and try to start putting more back into yourself if you can. So, right. So, what do you advise I should do again if I want to heal or open things up for better opportunities? So, the first thing is you can't rush the process through with Jacob. You have to get over him in your own time. That's number one. Don't bring someone else into the equation if you can't dedicate yourself fully. Would you want to be in a relationship with someone who still was pining for someone else? Absolutely not. So do not put someone else in that position. Okay. So be single, heal, leave your option open to be with Jacob if that's what you want. Or if you feel like you're moving on from that option, then you can open yourself up to other opportunities. But for now, put it back into yourself. Focus more on yourself. Do the things. Hey, Ming. Okay, I'll add you back to the list. Do things for yourself that you would like to experience if you were in a loving, committed relationship. Would you want flowers? Would you want your person to bring you flowers? Then buy yourself flowers. Would you want to cuddle on the couch and watch movies? Then get yourself some blankets and turn on a movie. Would you want to have a romantic evening in a bubble bath? Then light some fucking candles and take a bubble bath your damn self. You want to start embodying the energy of the type of relationship that you want to be in. Do you want to laugh? Do you want to have like a relationship that's just you're laughing nonstop? Then experience a lot of funny things. Watch funny movies. Watch things that make you laugh, because you basically need to match the frequency of that of which you want to bring into your life. And you won't do that until you do that. Like that won't happen until you do that. And yeah, you're right, Luna. I'm doing my best to be gentle with what I'm going through and how I feel. Absolutely. So, Amy, with that, I'm going to leave you. But I hope you enjoyed your readings with me. I hope you found them beneficial. And remember, do not rush your healing process. It's very important you do not do that, okay? All right, so Liz, you're welcome. All right, so Liz says, how will my date with the Cancer go? How will my date with the Cancer go? I'm having some issues with my phone right now for some reason. Okay, so they're saying that Ming sent another donation of $5. Liz, you didn't miss anything, girl. I'm shuffling for you right now. I'm just trying to update my donation list. All right, so Ming, Miami, you will be after Liz, okay? We'll get you right after Liz. We are shuffling for Liz right now. You're welcome, Amy. Try to have a good rest of your night, okay? How will my date with the Cancer go? How will my date with the Cancer go? How will my date with the Cancer go? Girl, you got some nerves. I'm getting like nervousness. All right, so Liz, I don't know like your personal MO or anything like that. What is this? How will this go? How will this go? So, for example, I am getting 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. You guys are you're gonna be a bit guarded, but I think this is gonna work out the way that you want. I'm specifically hearing happy ending. I don't know if that's sexual or just in general happy ending. I don't know if you typically put out on the first date or whatever, do you, girl? But I am hearing that it's going to end well. It's going to end happy. So how... Sorry about that, got locked out. So however you want to interpret that, I feel like you could. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. So this indicates celebrations, unions, parties, get together, drinking, cheers, things along those lines. We do have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like a happy ending again coming through. The Ten of Pentacles does indicate that you guys will want to take this further. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles to me is like a long-term kind of card. It indicates things that last, or again, happy endings. So I feel like this is something that you'll want to perpetuate. What I mean by that is likely you guys will secure the next date, or you'll at least talk about the next time you guys are going to get together at the end of the date. So he might say, I'll call you, I'll text you, or we should get together again. Are you available next weekend? Like whatever. I feel like you guys are going to leave this date with like plans for more to come. Let's see. We have the World, which talks about success, achievement, accomplishment. So you go into this feeling nervous. You go into this like not really sure if this is someone who you can like fully trust, and that's fine. I totally get that. You're a bit guarded. I do feel like you guys are going to have some alone time though. Okay, so some one-on-one time, whatever that means for you. I feel like, for example, you might have some plans to go out in public and do something, but I do feel like there's some one-on-one things. Maybe that's in the car, maybe that's back at someone's house, but you have some one-on-one moments during the date as well. Exactly, it gets better. Yeah, so however, whatever that means for you, maybe you guys are showing physical affection on the first date, which you typically wouldn't. But physical affection doesn't mean making out. It can literally mean holding hands, or, touching each other's arms, or holding someone's like knee in the car or whatever. It just generally can indicate physical affection that happens, or a hug, That's why doing readings they're not an exact science, because I have to take the information that I'm receiving and apply it to how that would make sense for you, which is why I give a lot of examples. I always do readings with like multiple interpretations that generally mean the same thing, but how would they apply to you in particular? So a happy ending for you might mean the night ends very well. A happy ending for someone else might mean having sex. You know what I mean? So it's different. You have to take it how it resonates. That's why you always hear people interpret things like, take it how it resonates, take what resonates for you and leave the rest, because it's true. Because even though it's one specific card, they can have multiple interpretations that mean the same thing to different degrees. Do you get what I mean? You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so next up we have Ming. Ming, I am ready for your question. You're welcome, Liz. When is your date?
I am so excited to announce that you can now book a private reading with me all on your own. Just go to my calendar, see what dates and times I have available, send over your payment at Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you will receive a confirmation email from me with your official appointment. Looking forward to doing readings for y'all.
Well, Liz, I hope you have a great time. I feel like you will. Hope you enjoy yourself. Have you dated? Have you been on a date with this person before? Is it new? Yeah, we are gonna have to reset the internet tonight. Because I think my chat is way behind me. And I just tried to send a message in the chat and it said, an error occurred on YouTube. It's usually temporary. Wait a moment. I'm like, I think it has to do with our service a little bit. Yeah. All right, we'll give Ming just another minute or two. Keep in mind, guys, if you don't leave your question with me and you leave the stream and my live stream ends, you will have to wait until the next time I go live to redeem your reading. I always try to make sure that I give you ample time to get your questions posted, and I always leave the option available that if you have to leave the live stream for any reason, you make sure that you leave your question with me. I know that everyone's time is important, and I definitely don't want anyone to feel like I'm making them hang around in the chat when they have to wait an hour for the reading with me. I always want to be accessible, so just make sure you leave your question with me if you donate and you have to leave the chat. So Ming Miami says, will I be available? No. Will I be leaving to go out of town this or next month? Let's take a look here. All list closed. We are wrapping up Ming's reading. Will Ming be leaving to go out of town this or next month? Please show me a yes or a no. Hey baby, what's the temperature? Is it like getting hotter in here? I don't have... Okay, because I was going to say I don't have... What do you mean perfect outside? Like the temperature is perfect outside? What does that mean?
Like outside.
What does perfect mean? I'm confused. Oh, got you. What does the thermostat say? Okay, because I don't have blankets on me and I'm burning up right now. So Ming Miami, I have a yes, 10 of cups. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you're going to go out of town, maybe you're going to do something different, get yourself out of the place that you're at now. I see this being much more likely within this or next month. We have 10 of cups. So this is happiness, family, happy families, reunions, homecomings, family gatherings. So what I'm kind of feeling is if you go out of town this month, it's just to get you out of your element. Maybe next month, maybe possibly next month, you'll go home to possibly visit. I don't know if when you asked if you're going home, if you meant like for good or if you meant to just go visit family. But I am getting a yes. We also have in this card, meaning that you feel in alignment, you feel happy. This signifies a good long-term marriage, relationship, or commitment, feeling stable and secure, living in harmony, happiness, and domestic bliss. This also talks about children and caring for children. We have the root chakra here, which indicates that you are feeling more grounded as well, indicating that you feel you have more than you did before. The other symbol here is Mars, of action and energy. So things are taking place for you. It's not just a feeling, it's something that's actually going to happen. In regards to that, we also have, ooh, let's see, what else? What else? If you feel like you are missing your partner, or if you feel like you have maybe been missing, like, yeah, missing them, or feeling like you guys are kind of disconnected at this time, this does indicate coming back together and being happy. We also have this star, which talks about hope, inspiration, feeling calm and at peace. So maybe you might be feeling like you don't have your person, or you don't feel settled. And this is taking a turning point for you next month. Seven of Cups indicates that you might have a lot of worries or a lot of thoughts going on in your mind, or you could be overthinking a lot about the situation, but this will end well. The world here signifies the end of a journey. So if you feel like you've been going this alone, or if you feel like there's this stage of your life that you're in now, you want to come to an end, I am getting that will be coming to an end soon, and something new will be starting for you, where you feel a lot more whole, a lot more integrated into a new and better life. The world also indicates travel as well, so I do want to bring attention to that specifically, because your question is in regards to going out of town. Did you have any questions? Hey, beautiful love, how are you? Beautiful love. I wanted to let you know, because my assumption is my assumption is that you came in to maybe get a reading from me. If not, good to see you. We are closing out the list right now. I just have to get some dinner, get ready, for bed and stuff like that. And we also are pet sitting right now, so we have to run next door, check on the little pups and little kitties and stuff, and then I can be back on later on tonight. So, beautiful love, depending on how late you are, or if you want to donate in advance, you can. And then that way, when I come back, I can do your readings for you. I will come back specifically only for you, beautiful love, if you're the only one who donates. But as far as this live stream goes, I am ending it, but I will be back tonight if you want to get a reading then. And you can always email me your questions or put them in the little notes on the app itself. But basically, I'll be back tonight. So that option is available to you. I just have to run now, just because I've got some responsibilities that I have to take care of. Ming, Miami, what are you asking me? I'm doing well, thank you, beautiful love. That sounds good. So, beautiful love, if for whatever reason it gets too late, for example, and you have to go to bed or something, and you want to listen to my readings in the morning on the way to work, or whatever, if you want to come back to them, you absolutely can do that. You know how this goes. So just send me that donation and I will get to you as soon as I can. If you donate tonight, it will be tonight, I promise. Perfect. All right, beautiful love. Well, it's good seeing you. I'll see you in a couple hours, okay? All right, Ming Miami, I'm not sure what you're asking me, hun. The reading that I did for you, you asked this month or next month. And so the reading I did was the timeline between this month and next month. I think a lot more is going to happen for you next month than this month. But I do not think it's impossible for things to happen for you this month as well, okay? So if you want me to choose one or the other, if that would be better, then I have more confidence saying that this will happen next month. All right? Next month versus this month. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. You'll see me back later on tonight.